Wait before you spend another dollar at the grocery store. What if I told you there's a secret method to growing endless carrots right in your backyard? Or even a bucket on your balcony? And no, this isn't some complicated farming technique. In fact, you probably have everything you need sitting in your kitchen right now. Stick around because what I'm about to share will change the way you think about growing food forever. Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Earthly Gardening, the place where we prove that growing your own food doesn't require a fortune or a green thumb, just a little curiosity and some dirt under your nails. If you're new here, I'm so glad you found us. We're all about budget-friendly gardening that actually works. And if you're part of the family already, welcome back. You know we're about to dig into something good today. Now, before we get our hands dirty, do me a quick favor. Smash that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss our garden secrets. Trust me, what's coming in the next few weeks will blow your mind. And hey, if you love saving money while growing your own food, give this video a thumbs up right now. Alright, let's grow some carrots. So carrots, those crunchy, sweet, vibrant orange wonders that somehow cost way too much at the store for something that literally grows underground. But here's the thing, most people don't realize carrots are actually one of the easiest crops you can grow at home. And I mean really easy. No fancy equipment, no expensive setups, just some soil, seeds, and a little patience. Today, I'm walking you through the entire process from choosing the right variety to harvesting perfect carrots every single season. Whether you've got a sprawling backyard or just a container on your apartment balcony, you're about to become a carrot growing machine. Section 1. Why grow carrots at home? Let me paint you a picture. You walk into the store, grab a bag of carrots, and boom, $5, $6, maybe $7 gone just like that. And half the time, they're limp, tasteless, or covered in weird chemicals you can't even pronounce. Now imagine this instead. You step into your backyard, pull a carrot straight from the soil, rinse it off, and bite into the crunchiest, sweetest vegetable you've ever tasted. That's the difference between store-bought and homegrown. But it gets better. Carrots don't care what season it is. Spring? Perfect. Fall? Even better. Winter in milder climates? Absolutely. You can literally have fresh carrots available almost year-round without spending a fortune. Plus, here's something wild. One packet of carrot seeds costs about the same as one bunch of store carrots, but that packet can give you hundreds of carrots. We're talking serious bang for your buck. And let's not forget the satisfaction. There's something almost magical about pulling a carrot you grew yourself out of the ground. It connects you to your food in a way that grabbing a plastic bag from a shelf never will. So yeah, growing carrots isn't just practical, it's actually pretty amazing. Section 2. Picking your carrot variety. Alright, here's where most beginners make their first mistake. They think all carrots are the same. Plot twist. They're not. And choosing the right variety for your space can mean the difference between a beautiful harvest and a bunch of stubby, twisted disappointments. Let me break this down real simple. If you've got deep, loose soil like a raised bed or a garden plot, you want long varieties like Imperator or Nance. These guys grow deep and produce those classic, gorgeous carrots you see in cartoons. They need about 10 to 12 inches of depth to really thrive. But what if your soil is rocky, clay-heavy, or you're growing in containers? That's where Chantenay or Danvers varieties come in. These are shorter, stubbier carrots that don't need as much depth. They're perfect for pots, balconies, or challenging soil conditions. I've grown Chantenay carrots in a bucket on my porch, and they came out absolutely perfect. Here's the secret sauce though. Always check the seed packet for something called days to maturity. Some carrots are ready in 50 days. Others take 80 or more. If you want continuous harvests, plant different varieties with staggered maturity times. That way, you're not drowning in carrots all at once, but instead enjoying fresh ones every few weeks. Smart, right? Section 3. Preparing your soil like a pro. Now let's talk dirt, because this is where the magic actually happens. Carrots are picky about one thing and one thing only: loose, fluffy soil. Think about it, they're trying to grow straight down into the ground. If they hit a rock, a chunk of clay, or compacted soil, they'll twist, fork, or just give up and stay short. So here's what you do. First, clear your planting area of any rocks, sticks, or debris. I'm talking about a proper cleanup. Then break up that soil. You want it loose and crumbly, not clumpy. If you're working with heavy clay soil like I used to have, don't panic, just mix in some sand or compost. A good ratio is about 1 part sand to 2 parts soil. This creates that light, airy texture carrots absolutely love. Now here's an unconventional trick that saved me so many times. Coffee grounds. Yep, those leftover grounds from your morning brew. Mix them into your soil before planting. They add nitrogen, improve texture, and here's the kicker. They help repel carrot flies, one of the biggest pests you'll face. I've been doing this for years, and my carrot harvests have been phenomenal. Also, carrots don't need super rich soil. In fact, too much nitrogen makes them grow more tops than roots. So skip the heavy fertilizers and keep it simple. Loose soil with some compost mixed in is perfect. If you're growing in containers, use a light potting mix, not garden soil. Garden soil gets compacted in pots, and your carrots will hate you for it. Section 4. Planting secrets nobody talks about. Okay, this is where things get interesting. Carrot seeds are tiny, almost invisible. And here's the problem. If you plant them too thick, they'll crowd each other, and you'll end up with a tangled mess of skinny, unusable carrots. But if you plant them too sparsely, you're wasting space. Here's my trick. And I learned this from an old farmer who's been growing vegetables longer than I've been alive. Mix your carrot seeds with sand before planting. Just put your seeds in a small container, add about 10 times as much sand, shake it up, and then sprinkle that mixture over your planting area. The sand spaces out the seeds naturally, so you're not wasting seeds or overcrowding your rows. Plant them about 1/4 inch deep. Seriously, barely cover them. Carrot seeds need some light to germinate. Make shallow rows with your finger, sprinkle your seed sand mixture, then barely dust some soil over the top. Pat it down gently. Here's another game changer. Carrot seeds take forever to germinate, sometimes 2 to 3 weeks. During that time, the soil surface can dry out and form a hard crust that prevents the tiny seedlings from breaking through. The solution: lay a damp burlap sack or a thin board over your planting area for the first week. Check daily and keep it moist. Once you see sprouts, remove the cover immediately. This one trick has probably doubled my germination success rate. Real quick, if you're finding this helpful, do me a solid and drop a comment below telling me what you're most excited to grow this season. Are you team carrots? Or are you branching out into something else? I read every single comment, and I love hearing from you. Also, hit that like button if you're still with me. It helps more gardeners find these tips. Alright, back to the carrots. Section 5. Watering and maintenance that actually works. Let's talk about keeping your carrots happy once they're in the ground. Watering is crucial, but here's the twist. It's not about drowning them. Carrots need consistent moisture, especially while the seeds are germinating and the seedlings are establishing. The soil should feel like a wrung-out sponge, moist but not waterlogged. Here's what I do. For the first 3 weeks, I water lightly every single day. I'm not soaking the soil. I'm just keeping that top layer moist so the seeds can sprout and the baby plants can grow. Once they're about 2 inches tall, I switch to deeper watering every 2 to 3 days. This encourages the roots to grow down deep, searching for water, which means longer, stronger carrots. Now, about 2 weeks after your carrots sprout, you'll need to thin them. I know it feels brutal, like you're murdering baby plants, but trust me, it's necessary. Carrots need about 2 inches of space between each plant. If they're crowded, they'll compete for nutrients and water, and you'll end up with tiny, twisted roots. Here's a tip to make thinning less wasteful. Those baby carrots you pull out, they're actually edible. Toss them in a salad. They're tender and delicious, so you're not really wasting anything. You're just getting an early harvest. One more thing about watering. If you let the soil dry out and then suddenly drench it, your carrots will split. Consistent moisture is the name of the game. I use a soaker hose or a watering can with a gentle sprinkle head. Blasting them with a strong stream can wash away soil and expose the roots, which makes them turn green and bitter. Section 6. Dealing with pests without chemicals. Let's get real pests happen. But here's the good news. You don't need a bunch of expensive or toxic chemicals to deal with them. Carrots actually have relatively few pest problems, but there are a couple of troublemakers worth mentioning. First up, carrot rust flies. These little jerks lay eggs near your carrot plants, and their larvae burrow into the roots, leaving tunnels and ruining your harvest. The solution: row covers. These are lightweight fabric sheets you drape over your plants. They let in light and water but keep the flies out. You can pick them up cheap at any garden center, and they're reusable season after season. Another pest is aphids. If you see these tiny green or black bugs clustering on your carrot tops, don't freak out. Just blast them off with a strong spray of water, or introduce some ladybugs to your garden. They'll devour aphids like an all-you-can-eat buffet. Here's an organic trick I swear by. Plant onions, garlic, or chives near your carrots. The strong smell confuses and repels many pests. Plus, this is called companion planting, and it actually benefits both crops. Carrots and onions are best friends in the garden. And remember those coffee grounds I mentioned earlier? They're not just good for soil, they also deter slugs and some root pests. Nature really does have solutions for everything if you know where to look. Section 7. Harvesting your carrots the right way. Alright, this is the moment you've been waiting for, pulling those beautiful carrots out of the ground. But timing is everything. Most carrot varieties are ready between 60 and 80 days after planting. But here's how you really know. Check the top of the root. If you see about ½ inch to 1 inch of orange peeking out from the soil surface and it's the diameter you want, it's time to harvest. Here's a pro tip. Don't wait too long. Carrots left in the ground too long can become woody, tough, and lose their sweetness. But here's the exception: in cooler climates, carrots actually get sweeter after a light frost. The cold converts some of the starches into sugars. So if you're growing in fall or winter, a little frost can actually improve flavor. When you're ready to harvest, water the soil first. This softens it and makes pulling easier. Then, gently loosen the soil around the carrot with a garden fork. Don't stab the carrot itself, just work around it. Grab the green tops close to the root and pull straight up with a twisting motion. If the tops break off, use a fork to gently pry the carrot out. Here's something most people don't know. You can harvest carrots selectively. You don't have to pull the whole row at once. Just take what you need and leave the rest to keep growing. This gives you fresh carrots for weeks instead of a massive harvest all at once that you can't possibly eat fast enough. Section 8. Storing and enjoying your harvest. So you've got a bunch of gorgeous carrots, now what? First things first, twist off the green tops immediately after harvesting. Those tops will continue drawing moisture and nutrients from the root, making your carrots go limp faster. Just twist them off and toss them in your compost. Don't wash your carrots right away if you're storing them. The dirt actually acts as a protective layer. Just brush off the excess and store them in your refrigerator's crisper drawer. They'll last for weeks, sometimes even months if stored properly. Here's a cool storage trick if you've got a huge harvest. Layer them in a container with damp sand, just like they were in the ground. Keep the container in a cool, dark place like a basement or garage. I've kept carrots fresh for 4 months this way. And let's talk about eating them. Obviously, raw carrots are amazingly crunchy, sweet, and perfect for snacking. But don't sleep on roasted carrots. Toss them with olive oil, a little honey, salt, and pepper. Then roast them until caramelized. Absolute game changer. You can also juice them, shred them for slaws, or add them to soups and stews. Homegrown carrots are so flavorful that they make everything taste better. Section 9. Growing carrots in every season. Now here's where it gets really exciting. You can grow carrots almost year-round depending on where you live. Spring and fall are the classic seasons, but with a little planning, you can have carrots in summer and winter too. For spring planting, sow seeds as soon as the soil can be worked, usually about 3 to 4 weeks before your last frost date. These will mature in late spring or early summer. For fall carrots, plant seeds in mid to late summer. These are my favorite because cooler weather makes carrots taste sweeter. Plus, fewer pests are active in fall. In hot climates, summer can be tricky because carrots prefer cooler temperatures. But if you provide some shade cloth and keep them well watered, it's totally doable. Choose faster maturing varieties for summer to beat the heat. Winter carrots are possible in mild climates or with protection like cold frames or row covers. In some areas, you can leave carrots in the ground all winter and harvest as needed, just mulch heavily to prevent the ground from freezing solid. The secret to year-round carrots is succession planting. Plant a new batch every 2 to 3 weeks, and you'll have a continuous supply. It's like having your own personal carrot subscription service, except you're not paying monthly fees. And there you have everything you need to grow endless, delicious carrots at home without spending a fortune. From picking the right variety to harvesting and storing, you're now equipped with knowledge that most gardeners take years to figure out. Here's the thing. Growing your own food is one of the most empowering things you can do. It saves money, tastes better, and connects you to something real in a world that often feels disconnected. And carrots? They're just the beginning. So here's my challenge for you. Plant some carrot seeds this week. Seriously, just try it. Whether it's in a garden bed or a container on your balcony, just start. And then come back and tell me how it goes. Drop a comment, send me a message. I want to hear about your carrot journey. Before you go, make sure you're subscribed to Earthly Gardening. We've got so much more coming, tips on tomatoes, herbs, companion planting, budget-friendly setups, all of it. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And if this video helped you, please share it with a friend who needs to see it. Let's build a community of people growing their own food and taking control of their plates. All right, beautiful souls, until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and remember, you don't need a fortune to grow food, just a little dirt and a lot of heart. I'll see you in the next one.